Here, let's talk about a dish that Austrians consider one of their national treasures, Tafelspitz. If you've never heard of it before, think of it as the royal version of boiled beef. But don't let the word boiled fool you. This dish is anything but plain. Tafelspitz is a classic Viennese dish made from a specific cut of beef, usually the top part of the hind leg, slowly simmered in a rich broth with root vegetables and aromatic herbs. The result? A melt-in-your-mouth piece of meat infused with flavor, served with a variety of traditional sides that make every bite interesting. The name Tafelspitz literally means tip for the table. And fun fact, it was famously the favorite dish of Emperor Franz Joseph Thirst of Austria. When the emperor dines on boiled beef, you know it's not just your everyday soup meat. It's a dish with elegance, balance, and a whole lot of tradition. Here's how it works. The meat is cooked low and slow, not rushed. It simmers gently in a clear beef broth along with vegetables like carrots, leeks, onions, and celery root. No heavy spices, no intense seasoning, just clean, simple flavors that bring out the natural taste of the beef. While it's cooking, the broth becomes rich and savory, the meat turns soft and juicy, and the kitchen smells like something hearty and wholesome is on the way. But Tafelspitz is more than just a piece of beef and broth. It's how it's served that makes it so special. When the meat is ready, it's sliced and typically served in a bit of its own broth to keep it warm and moist. On the side, a lineup of traditional accompaniments that make the dish shine. You'll often get roasted or boiled potatoes, maybe some creamy spinach, horseradish mixed with apples or sour cream, and even a touch of chive sauce or bread dumplings. That sharp apple horseradish, it gives a kick that cuts through the richness of the beef. The potatoes add comfort, the spinach brings creaminess. Every element is simple on its own, but together they make something incredibly satisfying, both rustic and refined. And that's what makes Tafelspitz so iconic in Austrian cuisine. It's not flashy, it's not complicated, but it's done with care, tradition, and respect for ingredients. This dish has been served in Vienna's finest restaurants for over 100 years, especially at the famous Platuta restaurant, known as the go-to spot for Tafelspitz in the city. There, the dish is served in copper pots at the table, keeping everything hot while you enjoy it slowly, just the way it should be. And while you might think of boiled beef as something your grandmother might make, in Austria, it's elevated. It's part of their culinary identity. It's something that says, we value good food made with patience. Tafelspitz is also incredibly comforting. Whether it's a cold winter day or a quiet family dinner, it's the kind of meal that brings people together. Hearty, nourishing, and always appreciated. So if you ever find yourself in Vienna, don't leave without trying Tafelspitz. It's not just food, it's tradition served on a plate. And if you're at home and feeling inspired, you can actually make it yourself with a bit of time and love. All you need is good quality beef, fresh vegetables, and a few hours to let everything gently come together. Tafelspitz, simple, elegant, and deeply rooted in Austrian history. It's not the loudest dish on the menu, but it might just be the one you remember the most.